everyone. I am doing this from my phone in the car. My husband's driving, so they're, safety first. So we'll talk today about coasters and how it is a model for emotional resilience. And so I just want to say I'm an expert on roller coasters because I go at least once a week to a major theme park here in California. And before that, I love roller coasters. And in fact, my first year anniversary, married to my husband now, right? So you don't know a whole lot about me. This is my third marriage. Yeah. The first two, I got married at the courts with the judge and all of that stuff. I don't know. Anyway. So I didn't have the whole honeymoon and anniversary thing with the other two. So all of that being said, my first anniversary, we came here to California on vacation from Hawaii, because that's where I used to live, right? And we hit all of the major theme parks. And we spent a whole day in the park, and we got, those wristbands where you get on the rides and you can ride, like those fancy passes, flash pass or whatever you call them. And each park calls them a different name. So we did not go to Disney at that time. So anyway, all of that being said, on roller coasters, I don't want to say I'm an expert in resilience, but I am leading the Recover Resiliently Facebook group and summit, so I'm partly an expert. Anyhow, how roller coasters is an analogy for resilience, right? So let's take this for example. If you have ridden any roller coaster, you get in, you get strapped up, and depending on the level of, aggressiveness for each roller coaster, depends on what kind of strap you have on, right? So if there's a shoulder harness, that usually means that you're going over a loop of some kind. And if you have just a lap belt, it's usually you're not going to go overhead, right? So how are you gearing up? How are you starting off your journey on this this resilience journey? Sometimes I feel like the roller coaster that we're on, or the trajectory that life has us on, we only have a lap belt when what we really need is a shoulder harness. And sometimes so there's a ride specifically at Knott's Berry Farm called Hang Time, and the restraint that you have on, it's only a lap belt. Does it go? So it doesn't go, you don't go upside down on it. What do you do? Oh, so anyway, I just wanted to say that the level of restraint for that ride is not adequate, or it feels inadequate. And so you go up, you're pretty much vertical when you're going up, most roller coasters, they and you go up, right? And then you get to the top, and it's called Hang Time because you hang at the top for 5 seconds and you're just looking down, and then the roller coaster starts to go. Like I said, it's just a lap, it's a pretty hefty lap belt, and it's a restraint, it's not just a seatbelt, you know what I mean? Anyway, and I guess my husband said it does go, you do go inverted, you do go upside down, and you really feel like you're gonna fall out. And even when it goes over, and you're up like this, and you're hanging upside down, it feels like you're gonna fall out. And so sometimes I feel like when we go through life, we're not adequately strapped in, and I want to use this, the restraints on a roller coaster, kind of like your resilience muscles, okay? And so when I'm going on these really scary rides, you can tell how scary the ride is going to be based on the restraint. I didn't know how scary Hang Time was going to be. It's a super short one, and but there's a ride that I like at Magic Mountain called X2, I love X2. It like flips you all around, and like there's a lot of G-force and everything, and yeah, it's a really great ride if you love roller coasters. It's one of my favorites. And then there's this other one called Tatsu, where you're kind of like you're actually hanging, and it's like hang gliding. It feels like you're hang gliding, and like the restraint on that one is different. So like Magic Mountain has all different types of, it's so dark, you know, all different types of roller coasters. There we go. You know, different types of roller coasters with different types of restraints. I don't know what's going on with this lighting situation, but hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, I feel like resilience sometimes doesn't, the restraints, like our resilience muscles per se, aren't strong enough for us to go into the loops of life. And then also when so like I brought in the X2 for example, and Tatsu, it's scary. Like you're hanging, you're relying on this buckle, on this restraint to keep you in, even though you're like hanging, right? And so I feel like these restraints are examples of how we can strap ourselves in and make sure that we can, you know, enjoy the ride because we are strapped in properly. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about as far as roller coasters and resilience goes. So yeah, like you can have fun on these roller coasters because you're adequately strapped in. You can go upside down, you can go on the loops, and you can like ooh, you know, you can do all of that because you're adequately strapped in. Like there's no way you would like hang off the side of a building without being strapped in. And I used to work in an oil refinery, so we had to wear fall protection, right? When you climb on scaffoldings and whatever, there's all these safety guidelines that you have to have, or these safety equipment that you have to have based on the type of hazard that is there, right? So if you have a chemical hazard, you have to have like the specific gloves and PPE. It's personal protective equipment is what PPE stands for. You have to have chemical suit, chemical glove, depending on the hazard that you're going to encounter. So it's the same thing. Resilience is all about making sure you're adequately prepared. There, I'm in the shadow. Making sure you're adequately prepared for the journey. So it doesn't matter if you're facing a significant amount of hazard. As long as you're adequately prepared, you can face anything. Like there was one time where I was literally in an acid rain shower. So I worked in a facility where we made sulfuric acid, but luckily I had an acid suit on, and like there was a leak. We had to go in and we had to secure it. Acid was literally falling all around me, and I didn't get hurt. I didn't get burned, right? Sulfuric acid burns, right, your skin. And so I didn't get burned because I was protected. And so that's how I want you guys to look at resilience. Anyway, we are here. We are at Knott's Berry Farm now, and I just wanted to get in here. You know, I've been trying to fix my computer all day yesterday and today, and you know, sometimes you can go at it for so long, and then you just gotta take a break. So love you guys. Let me know if this resonated with you like at all, because I gotta hop off. We gotta go find some parking, but wanted to just check in and make sure everyone was feeling okay, and if you had any questions about resilience and why I even did the summit. I just felt like people needed to be prepared for what life throws at you, because I've seen too many people get taken out. You know, they get taken out of life. Like I almost took myself out of life at one point because I didn't feel like I could go on, and I feel like this is, you know, my mission, you know, my God-ordained mission to help other women just like you who are going through life and, you know, getting literally like blasted by life. And we just got to gear up, we got to get strong, and we got to be resilient. So all of that said, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.